How did you find yourself getting into film?
Gosh, I guess I just was always attracted to stories, and I did a lot of theatre when I was younger, and it just seemed like the natural next step, you know, like most people, I grew up with film as the main source of entertainment, and it's, you know, it woke so much in my imagination that I saw some wonderful performances, and I just couldn't wait to be a part of that and kind of, I guess, influence the imagination of other people like myself. This is my cat in the back, by the way, going mad.
Oh, no worries.
I just love film festivals. I love being there. I love the excitement of it all. And even though it's all sort of competition-based, I think mostly people are just thrilled to have an audience, you know? And for first-time filmmakers to have an audience watching their stuff, that's who you make it for. And sitting there for the first screening of The Woman at Sundance and being amongst, you know, over 1,000 people, all with their popcorn, you know, and they bought a ticket. That was just a thrill, knowing that they were going to go on a great ride. So yeah, it's indescribable, really. Especially that interaction with the audiences and the filmmakers and the Q&As and things like that. I think you hear from so many aspiring filmmakers at those Q&As and the kind of questions they ask, and you just see their excitement and their keenness to learn, and that's kind of what you do. I mean, that's why I like to do it, you know. I like to feel that I'm doing some good to somebody, that I'm useful, I suppose.
What makes a really good film festival?
That's a really good question. I think the level of the work, really. I think the level of the competitors, or the level of the filmmakers that are involved. I think the outreach is also very important. There are certain festivals that you feel that you're kind of preaching to the choir. There are others where you really feel that people who both have an understanding of the industry and also those who just love to come and watch films are there. And those are my favourite kind, you know. The less industry-based ones. The ones that are all about discovery for people.
Upcoming projects, what might we see you in next?
I'm actually in the middle of shooting a really exciting project for me right now, which is a brand new BBC comedy with Brian Cox, who I love, and who is so funny, and really I've seen him play mostly serious roles, and he's just so bloody funny in this. So that's called Bob Servant Independent, which is Brian's character, who's running as an independent candidate in a small Scottish town. And I am his nemesis, basically, because I'm the campaign manager of his competition. And it's also my husband who's running against him. And I'm kind of, as the director was saying, I'm kind of the dog owner, and my husband is the dog. So I kind of have him on a leash, and I like to think of myself as a bit of a ventriloquist dummy with sort of, you know, my hand up the back of my husband's jumper.
Yeah.
And so I'm running things, and Brian and I are having a great time doing that. And then the film that I'm in the middle of, which I start back on at the beginning of March, once this is done with for a little while, is Filth, which is an Irvine Welsh adaptation with James McAvoy and Jamie Bell and Imogen Poots from Fright Night. And James and I have lots of naughty business to do, which is quite fun.